Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. I used to joke that I had 6 subscribers in my last video, but I don't want to get it twisted. I have 26 now. You know who you are.
Ain't no stopping here, I promise, man, I promise.
So I haven't recorded a video in a little bit because I got a job. I'm employed. I work 40 hours a week now in front of the computer screen. My soul is dying, absolutely. But, you know, I'm not going to be poor anymore, so some say that that's a nice life. I really don't know what it feels like, but we'll find out. So I decided I'd just give you a little update of what I've been doing, which is working. I work from home, and I work for this company called EBQ. It's a middleman marketing company, and what we do is basically appointment setting for larger companies that are trying to sell something. So we're just like the sales reps for these bigger companies that hire us. So I'm working on a project where I'm selling an asset management platform to cities and counties, and then I'm also selling cybersecurity to food and beverage manufacturers. So just like random things, but it's teaching me a lot about how to sell and a lot about how to do things that you don't necessarily love doing. I feel like kind of up until this point, I've had a lot of things come into my life that have given me money that I've enjoyed, and I haven't really had to work super hard at something that I know wasn't right for me to get to where I want to be. And so I think it's just a really good lesson for me to learn that not every job is going to be my ideal job, and maybe one day I'll find out this is my ideal job and I just need to go through the initial process. So that's been an interesting time. That's my new life, but I've really decided to commit to art forms in other ways when I'm not working. So I want to shoot more, I want to photograph more, I want to make more videos. I decided I'm gonna become a roller skater. Oh my gosh, my skates are right here. So cute. I also have pads. And then I've also learned to shuffle dance, so, you know, there's no raves to go to, but now I know how to shuffle dance. So for this video, I decided to talk about a couple of my favorite things. I just want to share things that are a part of my normal day and that I feel like I can't live without, so I want to make sure that you know how to live not without them. I also want to talk about what I'm reading and what I'm listening to for music and what podcast I'm listening to. I would love to start with my nails. Painted them today. Spooky Halloween color, glitter, but I just really want to quickly talk about, these are my real nails. Do you understand? Do you know how hard it is to get nails this long? I haven't done it my whole life. That's how hard it is. I'm sure you probably haven't done it your whole life. No offense. Nail teaks, y'all. Bella, my best friend, told me about nail teaks like 5 years ago when I was just a dumb little girl and I didn't know how to listen to advice, and I was like, oh cool, yeah, that one like nail polish strengthener she talks about all the time and like says she can't live without. Yeah, I listened to her finally and I started using it and it changed my life. I use it probably, it's just it goes on like a nail polish, but it's a strengthener, and I use it probably every 2 to 3 days, and it's changed my life. I've gotten a couple of my friends on it since. I've started listening to Bella. My friend Fabi and I, now every time we FaceTime, we're like both painting on our nail teaks, and it's just literally a game changer. Even if you don't want long nails, you want strong nails, so there's no excuse. Next, I have to go get, I was unprepared. 1 second. Dry brush. There's a piece of my hair in it. I love my dry brush. So what I do is I use it before I shower, if I can remember. I put this cute little picture of me and my friend Andrea from college, and it says dry brush on it. It's like a Polaroid, and I labeled it dry brush so I would remember, and I still forget, obviously. But it makes your skin so soft. It rejuvenates your cells. It helps with cellulite, so they say. I feel like I haven't used it consistently enough to see the cellulite part, but I really do feel the softness of my skin like instantly. I also have been loving this Cheeky Lips. It is for your cheeks and your lips. I feel like I talked about it in another video, but I like it because I've been trying to do a lot less of makeup lately. So basically all I do is like some BB cream around my mouth because I feel like I always have hormonal acne of some form going on. And then that kind of, I feel like, makes me look overall more washed out. And so I'll just add like a little bit to my ring finger and just like dab it on my lips. And then I'll do a little bit like right here. Cheeky Lips. It's by the Organic Skin Co. That's it for products. I'm not super thrilled about a lot of the products in my life right now, so, you know, I just feel like I can't truly share. Yeah, maybe next time. Right now I'm reading Men Without Women by Murakami. This is one of my favorite authors. He has amazing novels. You definitely need to read them. They're great, they're great fiction novels, and they're just always very heartwarming. And this one in particular is a collection of short stories, and they're all about men without women, and they either maybe lost a woman or never had one, and it's talking about an experience that I'll never understand as a woman, and I'll just always get to hear about. And my friend Sam sent me this book, and he is great at picking things out. I am currently on the 4th short story out of 5. I have my voter registration card as my bookmark. So I usually read books on my iPad. It's dead. But the book is 28 Summers. It's another fiction book that's really beautiful. It's about this couple, actually not even a couple, it's about this woman who lives on Nantucket off the coast of Cape Cod in Massachusetts, and I love that because I used to live on Cape Cod, and so it felt very like sentimental. And it's about like the secret relationship she has over the course of 28 years, 28 summers. So it's a really beautiful one. It's by Ellen Hilderbrand. That's a good one if you're trying to cry and like be sad about relationships in general. Hit that one. So the next book I think literally every white person needs to read is White Fragility by Robin DiAngelo. No matter where you come from or what you learned growing up or didn't learn, you have the choice now to educate yourself or not, and it is more than your responsibility to be aware of how you're acting and talking. And it's just, it taught me so much that I wouldn't have thought of. That author in general is doing a lot of great work right now, so I recommend checking her out if anything. Those are my favorite books. Been loving fiction lately. Also every morning I read the news app, so I feel like that gets a lot of extra like reading satisfaction out of the way for me. And generally I'm listening to an audiobook, but I'm not right now, so send me Rex. So lately I've been loving a lot of old rock, so mostly listening to the Zombies, Talking Heads, the Beatles always, a lot of Strokes, the Ramones, just kind of in like an angsty rock pop mood. So that's where I'm at. I have a bunch of playlists. I try and make at least one playlist a week of something I'm listening to. I went through this phase this summer where I made a playlist every day, which obviously wasn't sustainable, but there's a couple fire playlists. So please follow me. You can find me by just Katie Olson or KSOLS709. Yeah, I wish that they told me when I made my Spotify name that you can't ever change it. So I work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but every single lunch hour I go on a walk, and we have an entire hour, which is nice. So from 12 to 1, I try and walk for at least like 30 to 45 minutes of that. And I always listen to a podcast. So unless I know about the news of that day from reading it in the morning, I'll listen to The Daily just to get a recap of the hottest thing that happened the night before. And I like The Daily just because I feel like they're very good at reporting, and they're pretty unbiased for the most part, as much as you can be right now. And next, I love true crime, so I'm listening to some form of true crime. I love My Favorite Murderer always. That one's great, except I always skip them talking in the beginning because love them, but I just like can't do the banter. And then my friend Carmen recommended this podcast to me called This Is Actually Happening. And each episode is about someone else's experience of something wild that happened. Like maybe they were sexually assaulted, or they grew up in a cult, or their mom is a murderer. Like just crazy things that you'll probably never experience in your life, or hopefully never experience. So you get to learn from an outside source of what that really feels like. And I've enjoyed it so much. I just find it so fascinating. But I always wonder with stuff like that, like, am I filling my head with negative imagery? Like, is this manifesting something bad for me? Or is it making me more aware of what's out there? Like, I really just don't know with true crime sometimes. And then one of my other favorite podcasts that I love listening to is Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard. And he interviews celebrities of all kinds. And so I feel like that's really interesting because learning about anyone's experience who've made it to the top, I think is just super enlightening, just hearing their mindset. That's been one of my favorites. Also, he's hilarious, so that's always good. Yeah, hope you like it. Comment, subscribe. I feel like I don't have enough viewers to say these kind of things yet, but do it, please. I'm trying to not have this job 8 to 5 job forever, and so I need to become a famous YouTuber, so like please help me do that. Okay, bye friends.